Alright, guess what? We don't have just one new chapter of the One Punch Man webcomic, but we have two. I'm very, very excited to share these with you. I do not know what is going to happen. I have theories. I have kind of a vision of where I want this arc to go. Everything is very much coalescing in this vortex around Saitama, who is both Genos' agent for revolutionary change as the leader of the Bad Hero Names Association, is now going to be Blue's point man on the inside of the Hero Association. Oh, look at how cute he is. And he, of course, himself has no knowledge whatsoever of any of these schemes, any of these shady dealings, and is just out here trying to get his hero name changed. Oh, he woke up. Oh, he did a big yawn. Okay. What is going to happen? Chapter 138. A lot of text on the screen. They're interviewing Blue on TV. His father is the hero Blast. To create my own image of a hero. It's not like my father. He may as well be retired already after all. So this is, again, it's very interesting to look at what's happening in the remake, where Blast has suddenly taken not like a really major active role, but has certainly shown up in the story, has an influence on the plot, and seems to be hinting that he'll have more of a pronounced role in the near future. And then the webcomic, which takes place way further chronologically ahead, is saying, like, for sure none of that stuff happens. For sure Blast remains in isolation and obscurity throughout all of these events. So, of course, they've shown a lot of freedom and leniency when it comes to kind of co-canonizing the webcomic and the remake, that if they conflict with each other, one just kind of chooses. It's not like there's hard and fast rules of this is sub-canon to this or something. So, I don't know. Associated taking sort of hiatus. Any intention of coming to the forefront anymore? Never seemed the type to like that to begin with. Leave behind even pictures and footage of his face, much less allow merchandising to speak at events. Shows his face again. People are just going to yell at him saying, if you can fight, then fight. Which is what's happening to King. All the time, always. Poor King. I'm the one who's yelling at him most about that. Anyways, not the perfect example of what not to do. I'm not going to run away. Okay. So he's kind of out here shit-talking the Hero Association too, trying to stimulate something into happening with his father. The Neo Heroes, we're doing our best out there too. The battle suit is going to be licensed for public distribution. Be in an age where anybody can become a hero. Okay. This is somewhat similar to what's happening in Hero Academia, or what was happening a couple arcs ago with the Meta Ability Liberation Front that said everyone should be able to use their quirks freely to... hey, wait a minute. I can actually just read this one because it's just the webcomic. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right. I was like, I feel like normally I can point to things when I'm reading this one. That's right. Yeah, this idea that everyone should be able to use their quirk to defend themselves. It seems like the Neo Heroes have the same kind of philosophy and the same kind of underlying sketchiness. Okay, here is Class B, Heat Edge, up against some really freaky looking monsters. Locust Man is here as well. And Poison Punch. And they're saying we're just going to rely on the Neo Heroes. All we have to do is hold out until the Neo Heroes. Which I'm sure is very humiliating, very demoralizing, maybe even dehumanizing. And the Neo Heroes, again, effortlessly rampage through them with their hyper-powered battle suits. And the top of the building doesn't look like the type you can take down with just battle suits. That thing will take an S-class. It is indeed a threat level dragon. It's the Mastiking. Masticate, another fancy word for chewing. It's gross as hell, but what more can we expect from one? It's going go, 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 as we expect all good monsters to. So I feel like what it's setting up for here is, damn, the Neo Heroes battlesuits are so powerful they can even take down a dragon class. But I don't know. That would be kind of that would be a little underwhelming, I think, for a dragon if dragon has been cheapened to that extent. But I suppose that really does emphasize just how far the Neo Heroes have come. Why is it just chilling out on top of this building, anyways? What is it thinking? Oh, here comes Blue. And just friggin' one punches it. Slices it in half. Crashes down through all of the floors of the building. The poor building. And walks out the front door. Pretty sweet. Good job keeping the invaders at bay. We'll go ahead and clean up the rest. Sword's broken. Ooh, here. Have this laser sword. It's like a lightsaber. This looks like a guy who's going to join the Neo Heroes very soon. Having seen that. Better equipment and more members. But that crazy lineup of Neo leaders, yourself included. Hard every day aiming for A class, but this almost makes me want to transfer. Whoa. Nobody has heard of Saitama. Ah. Here's his roommate. What's this guy's name again? It's like something Beat or something. He's like the DJ that got hit by the car that one time. He's pretty awesome. A message from Tell Me. Exchange opinion on how to consolidate unseen command into one entity with Saitama. Okay. I heard someone ask a while back what Saitama wants to be out of a hero. A hobby. I hear from him the thing is a hobby 100%. This is very, very interesting that Saitama does have this sort of reputation, just as he has with the readership, with the fans, with us, that the heroes are starting to put together his message as well. He's been saying that in the manga from day one. This is just a hobby for me. I'm a superhero for fun. But now he's actually getting a reputation for espousing these beliefs. He's actually being understood by other people as well. They're even saying he's strong. Like, they even understand. They probably have no idea how little the word strong does it justice, how unfathomably, incomprehensibly, overwhelmingly, galactically strong he is. But, they'll say, he's strong. I'm in the type of show any leadership. He's not the right guy for the job. You don't belong in the top either. Too young, too serious, too naive. All rationality, not enough charisma. This guy's actually pretty insightful. He's able to articulate a point that I think Blue would have otherwise been totally ignorant of, and is still in denial about. But it's true. It's true. Blue is certainly lacking in personality, and at first I thought, oh, this character's kind of bland. But I see now that they're going to play with that dynamic, that he's not going to be able to step into the role of like an All Might figure, which doesn't really exist in the world of One Punch Man, where all the people at the top are lunatics that you would hesitate to trust with your life, even though they have the strength to. Only Sweet Mask. Sweet Mask is the closest thing to the kind of charismatic omni hero that Blue is trying to be. No damn thing about you personally. Say you're strong, but that's just parameter. Same with the rest of the Neo guys. Don't really know all the facts. We only get the fluff. Place how many? We have 0 personality battle suits. None of them are putting their lives on their line, aren't they? Just a replaceable leader. Okay, Blue is pissed off. That was like the last thing that he wanted to hear. That Blast, who hasn't even been in the public spotlight for like a decade plus, is more of an ideal leader than him. It conveys more qualities of leadership and compelling charisma and stuff than him. It's a young man who wants some counseling from him. Okay, so now we cut to this mob guy. I was actually just about to say, this guy has personality. He's like the mobster. Spirit of justice living forever, but you're dead here and same with anybody. Okay, so they're interviewing him. He's basically saying this old era of heroics is over. All of that kind of compelling charisma type stuff that he was talking about is irrelevant. Because nobody, besides some real weirdos and idiots, wants to fight like that, wants to put their lives on the line for justice. Instead, it will just be businessified, commodified. We'll have these suits that are super strong, we'll never lose, we just show up and beat the bad guy, and we're done. And ain't no future for anyone keeping on with them. Stop wearing themselves down until they break and get tossed out. Maybe we won't know until someone influential dies, huh? That's pretty shady. So we were talking before about who within the Neo Heroes is shady and who is being kept in the dark from all of this shady stuff. This guy, I think straight up, as soon as they recruited him, they were like, oh, by the way, we're also doing X, Y, and Z. We're kidnapping people and cyborgifying them. We're going to start attacking Hero Association heroes and forcibly converting them. And he was just like, cool, count me in. So maybe the next play is to show the vulnerability of Hero Association heroes by dying in S-Class, killing in S-Class. What the heck? I got the subject and object mixed up. So this could be why they're powering up these monsters. It seems like it was the Neo Heroes that were behind those weird monster stimulus chips. Perhaps the Neo Heroes working in concert with Metal Knight. They've produced this, it seems. Or perhaps nature has, but holy crap. This is an awesome design. It is like the incarnation of lightning. I took out Stinger, and this is like Blue Flame. There's some generic Neo Heroes with their battle suits. Took out the A-Class heroes and the Neo Heroes too. No S-Class heroes or Neo leaders have shown up yet. Here he is, Moomin Rider. All of this reminds me a lot of the Sea King battle, I guess because Stinger is here. Stinger got wiped by the Sea King as well. Moomin Rider. It's Bicycle Man. Oh, these poor kids. Gonna see your hero die. C-Class hero Moomin Rider. I have great respect for you. Is he the sacrificial lamb? Are they going to let Moomin Rider die in order to kind of prove their point? But in another sense, like that doesn't really prove much of a point. He was always C-Class. He was weak. Or is it saying like, oh, in the Hero Association, you're very much at risk unless you're one of these super freaks at the top of S-Class. You could just straight up die. Whereas in Neo Heroes, everybody has battle suits. Look, these guys lost, but they survived. Something like that. Jeez, are they really gonna kill Moomin Rider? I love Moomin Rider. He's so great. I don't know why, but I always had this image in my mind of Moomin Rider being like the people who show up at locals for fighting games and go 0-2 every week. They show up, they try their best, they lose. Maybe they go 1-2 some weeks. Maybe there's people in losers bracket that if they get matched up against, they can win. But they're always losing. They never make it very far. But they need to be there. Somebody has to play that role. Somebody's going to lose. Somebody's going to get jobbed. And I think the people that do it and they have fun and they're really there for the community and to see their friends and to get a little bit better, that they don't have any delusions that they're going to win the tournament, but they're there with a smile on their face. They take defeat graciously. They're just doing their best. That's what Moomin Rider reminds me of, and I really admire those people. As somebody that feeds off of them in brackets. Yeah, I really like this guy. I liked how, he kept showing up. He was in all these different scenarios, all these different arcs. Never really got significantly stronger. It wasn't one of those things where it's surprise, now he's like a relevant threat. They're kind of doing that more with the guy that dropped out of the Blizzard bunch, whose name eludes me. Watching your activities inspired us, your courage. You taught us that you don't need to be some amazing Superman to save lives. Yeah, this is the sacrifice they're making. Saying that the era of you don't have to be a Superman, it just takes courage is ending. That now you should come to Neo Heroes and just become a Superman. What we have now is all because of you, thank you. The image of you giving it your all like you always do with that fierce determination Even in the future, I'm sure it will stay burned into the minds of the people. It's just, I hate to say it, but you're weak. The monsters showing up are getting stronger by the day. The age has come where the powerless will start being culled. It's a shame, but you won't be able to stay alive much longer. Even when you're up against strong monsters, you never choose to run. You'll likely end up taking unrecoverable damage or lose your life. It's a shame. Before that happens, we recommend you retire. You've fought plenty hard. This is our heartfelt advice. You don't need to keep going if you insist on fighting still. So at first I thought this was the Neo Heroes, some Mr. Fuzzy or some other shady person kind of talking to other shady staff about their plan. But clearly it's being addressed to Moomin Rider. That it could be from the Hero Association. This could be sincerely the Hero Association reaching out to him and being like, better quit. This makes a lot of sense for them to say, hey, you better quit. They're huge fans. And this really would mark a new era in the series, I think, if they let Moomin Rider die, because they don't kill off characters in this series. Not in the way like One Piece doesn't kill off characters, where, you know, friggin' Pell takes a gigantic bomb into the sky and the bomb explodes right next to him and then he's like, fine. Instead, it just wouldn't make sense with the tone of the series to have like an emotional death scene or something, right? The heroes will get beat, but they'll get back up on their feet. The villains will get exploded into a billion pieces. It's certainly an emotional series. It's certainly an intense series. It's very inspirational and funny and exciting. But it's never really been a sad series. It's never been about, you know, oh, I can't believe so-and-so sacrificed themselves and now they're bleeding out in the arms of their sidekick. No. That sort of thing is not really going to happen. But here, this is an emotional death scene, and it's kind of saying that era is ending. That the logic of this is like ultimately kind of a silly series. This is like a fun superhero parody series. That even though the lore has gotten so complex, the characterization has gotten so deep and psychological, that it's always still followed that logic. That it's always been in the mode of a fun parody series where we're not going to cry over a character's death. That is ending. And that it's ending because of an upshift in threats. That it's ending because the world has become too dangerous. Is really, really setting a different emotional tone for the era ahead. And I don't know. I think the idea of like heroes versus heroes, the idea of someone being cyborgified and losing their personality and going against everything they believe in. There's a lot of potential for some like really emotionally devastating arcs coming up here. So, yeah. Please use it. Oh, never mind. Forget everything I said. Licenseless Rider is strong. I was literally just wrong about everything. I was so wrong about everything. This is all the exact opposite direction I thought they would go in. Just because the mobster guy said maybe we'll pay attention if somebody dies. I was deliberately misled. I would think I was very deliberately misled to have the exact conclusion I was having just for this moment of subversion. So well done. You got me. I'm happy. I'm relieved. Because I don't know if I really wanted to go in that direction. I don't know. I've been thinking about it since I said that stuff like 5 seconds ago. And there were a few other kind of somber moments, like the backstory of like Sweet Mask and stuff, Genos' backstory. There's like some suffering and stuff, but like, I don't know, to see a beloved character die, I think that's something you can't really walk back from, and it would just give like a somber aura to just everything that followed this. So I'm happy. I'm happy that he's become Saitama. That this is like the Saitama scene. This is just basically like you go back to the Sea King. I don't know if this guy's name is Lightning King or something. You go back to the Sea King, the same thing happens. He's beating the crap out of Licenseless Rider. Licenseless Rider is just barely, desperately hanging on to dear life. And then, well, some other stuff happens. But then eventually Saitama comes up and one-shots him. And now, Moomin Rider himself is one-shotting him. Moomin Rider uses a battle suit and defeats a disaster-level demon. This news had a huge impact on the other heroes. Everybody heading to Neo Heroes. These guys are hanging out. Seems like a real go-getter. Trying really hard in his own way to become a real hero. C-Class and B-Class can jump up to A-Class power level or above. Some high-tech equipment. That is amazing, fantastic. Would be perfectly fine with transferring. But we know what the real thing is like, now that we know Saitama. Maybe we're more sensitive to fakes now. He's out there walking Rover! They've all become, like, enlightened. They've all become these disciples of the Saitama mindset, like Genos. You gotta get strong the right way. You gotta get strong for the right reasons. And yet Saitama does not really espouse any of this, like, enlightened thinking. He's just some guy. Let's do things our own way and aim to be heroes that shine bright. Okay. A few been since we're signing. So yeah, this guy resigned from the Hero Academy. Yeah, or the Hero Association. Sure. Zombie Man, not in contacts. Are they going to suggest Blast? Is that going to be the cliffhanger of this chapter? Oh, never mind. He is back in the House of Evolution. They're powering him up. I would be so happy if Zombie Man just got, like, crazy strong. Like, if he became, like, in contention for the strongest non-Saitama character. Just because I think Zombie Man is so cool! So maybe this is an arrangement he reached with the House of Evolution guy for mutual benefit. You are allowed to experiment on me and come closer to your understanding of surpassing these limiters and human immortality and stuff. And I get this endless barrage of strengthening exercises and battles. Okay, so hopefully some Zombie Man action in the next chapter. Love that guy so much. Really cool chapter. Oh man, I got tricked so hard. I thought Moomin Rider was dead. I was about to shed a big tear for Mr. Moomin. But we live to fight another day. So let's look forward to the next chapter, which will be uploaded tomorrow. Bye bye.